everyone. Welcome to Herren Project Live. It's so good to be back. I haven't been on in the past couple of weeks, and our amazing executive director, Bonnie Sawyer, has been doing a wonderful job being host. And now I'm back. We got Izzy B. So hello, everyone. If you don't know who I am, I'm the Youth Engagement Specialist here at Herren Project. I do a variety of things from student programs to social media for youth and youth outreach, and the amazing staff liaison for our amazing Youth Ambassador Board. So I'm going to give you a couple updates before we bring on our two amazing guests. So one, our Youth Ambassador applications have closed. We are so excited to be interviewing and going through the selection process for our new Youth Ambassadors for the 2022 program year. We are not in 2022 yet, folks. And two, if you haven't heard, not only do we have a sticker design contest for Herren Project Clubs where you can submit your own Herren Project Club sticker design, but we also have a new youth engagement newsletter where you will get monthly updates for student leadership opportunities or just student opportunities in general for your Herren Project Clubs or a student you may know. So if you can, go and sign up for that, submit a contest, cheer on our new youth ambassadors, say goodbye to our old ambassadors and say hi to those who are returning. So yeah, we are busy here at Herren Project, and the school year is fast approaching, and we are so excited to see Herren Project Clubs back in action, hopefully. So without further ado, I am going to bring on our first guest, which is Pam, our Director of Youth Engagement here at Herren Project.
Oh, hello, Izzy.
Oh,
Director of Active. You're youth engagement. Hi. Can you see me now?
Did I say Director of Youth Engagement? Yes, I got you. Did I say Director of Youth Engagement?
Yeah, that's okay because we are. So youth engagement, active engagement, either way. Either way, we're good.
It's all
so
engagement.
You're youth engagement.
It's all engagement.
That's right.
Yes.
Exactly. No matter whatever name we put on it. It's
we are all engaged.
It's all about engagement and connection, and we just we find fun ways to do that, right? So, but thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on with us tonight.
Without further ado, Izzy B, I need to do a shout out. Hopefully, you don't mind. I'm taking a second for a shout out to our Patty B, Bulchler. I hope I didn't butcher your last name there, Patty. Such a cool last name. But anyway, Patty B has a birthday today, and she's a very valued team member, community member, and Herren Project adult ambassador. So we celebrate Patty B today.
We all celebrate. I think we all deserve to celebrate Patty because Patty's amazing. And so is each and every one of our Herren Project ambassadors. So yeah, thank you so much again for joining us tonight. And I'm sure Patty definitely appreciates the shout out. So again, happy birthday, Patty. Oh, look at that. We have people coming in saying happy birthday. So I love that. Shower the comments with happy birthday, Patty, because we appreciate all of our Herren Project ambassadors, and we want them to feel loved on their birthdays. So thank you. But again, thanks for joining us tonight. So I know you've been on Herren Project Live before, but I think, we might have some new people. So why don't you share with us maybe about what you do here at Herren Project and anything new and exciting that you'd like to share with us?
Oh, I'd love to. The hard thing is going to be to keep it brief, but I promise to keep it brief. Patty! Woo! I'm so glad to see you on here. I will keep it brief. Just know that there's so much more. And please follow us on all our social media and go to the website under Get Involved to learn more about Team Herren Project. But I am, in fact, the Director of Active Engagement, and that encompasses a lot of different things. We do a lot of running, and we call ourselves teammates, but what we really are is a big community that helps each other, celebrates each other through all kinds of things. And while we're doing that, my main job is to help us raise funds and awareness for the work that my colleagues do. So I often say, and it's certainly subjective, but I have the best job at Herren Project because I get to share what you all do every single day. And that's how we spread the word. We break the stigma. We fundraise so that we can do more work and help more people. So it's really, really an incredible blessing to be able to lead the charge and coordinate kind of this wonderful, huge community that we have of people from all across the country. So that's what we've been building for the last 7 years since I've been with Herren Project. And currently what we're doing is kind of building back from COVID. A lot of what we do is dependent on events, such as, we have everything from 5Ks to marathons to ultra marathons to triathlons and something that is called Own Your Own Race or Own Your Own Event, and which you can do anything with us, and we support and celebrate and walk with you along the way, whether it is walking, running, rolling, swimming, whatever. We just love to promote activity, and especially for those that are in recovery. You don't have to be in recovery to connect with us, but I happen to be in long-term recovery, and I know that I happen to love running, but that's only because I can't do any other sport. And so I do what I can with running, and learn that you can build community with that sport and raise money for things like the amazing work Herren Project does with the sport and with the sport of running and many other sports. So that's really what we do as we actively engage folks that are with us and or will be with us in the future. As I said, we have everything from 5Ks to marathons to ultra marathons. The next event on our schedule or on our calendar, so to speak, is this weekend. We'll be meeting in Falmouth for the historic, famous Falmouth Road Race. It's the 49th running of the Falmouth Road Race. We have 50 people running it with us this year. I especially celebrate this team because this was a race that was supposed to be, then it was called off, then it was back on, but only for a small segment or percentage of the team numbers that we had expected. Then it was back on. So we're very grateful for the passion and the patience of our teammates that are involved with the Falmouth Road Race, both past, current, and future. Because I know I might be speaking to some of you that will be future Falmouth Road Race teammates. But Falmouth is a famous race up in Falmouth, Massachusetts, that is 7 miles long, and it's one of the only 7-mile races that I know of that are even in the world. So it's really a heck of a lot of fun. I said we have 50 people that'll be meeting this weekend. We have 2 VIP school buses rented to go to the start line in style. So we're going to have like an old-fashioned field trip to the start line of the Falmouth Road Race. We have a gathering on Saturday in Falmouth, and the team has raised more than $46,000 just for this through this one event, to which all of it, 100% of it, goes to the work that you and my other colleagues do. Real quick, a couple of other events that we have coming up right on the heels of the Falmouth Road Race is the Igt Downtown Providence 5K. I love that one because it's a 5K, and it's a lot of people have joined us for their first and only 5K to do with us. This was several years ago, and now they've been with us for several years and have gone on to run marathons. And not that has to happen when you join us, but it certainly can. And we have a lot of folks that enjoy walking that race. It is also a very famous big 5K that's held right downtown and begins and ends at the State House in Providence. So it's just an exciting time. We have our largest team ever so far. We have 22 people running that 5K, but that race is still open. So if you'd like to join us for an event and you're in or near that area, please check us out for the Downtown Providence 5K. Again, it's on our website under Get Involved. After that, we have 3 major marathons coming up. We have our first ever London, England team that will be going and running the London Marathon. There will be 10 of us and their families and friends that will be representing it in London on October 3rd, on Sunday, October 3rd. This is all God willing, of course, but we're ready and moving forward for that. The very next weekend, we have the famous Boston Marathon that we have a team, our largest team ever. We have 26 people running Boston for the Herren Project, representing. They've already raised almost $175,000, and it's well before end time for the campaign. So we're looking to raise $200,000 or more with that team. And it's just that, again, it's not all about the money, but there's no mission without margin. So we are so proud and grateful for the money that is raised and the trust that our teammates and their donors have in us, because that's what it's about. I mean, the running is fun and we love it, and it's a great time, but it's really, that's our excuse to do good work, is to go to these runs. So it's also the 125th running of the Boston Marathon. It's significant. I mean, 125 years ago, and they have never called off the race except in 2020. They didn't actually call it off, but it went virtual, and they're not counting that year. So this year we get to run the 125th. That's on October 11th. It's also the first time ever that it wasn't held. I don't know if it was Patriots Day way back in the late 1800s, but anyway, it's the first time in modern history that it's being held in October. Then on November 7th, we have our largest team ever is going to be running the New York City Marathon. Woo! So we get to be off at Staten Island and run to Central Park as we represent. And again, I don't have enough time to explain to you what happens when we show up with the Herren Project on our heads and bodies. Conversations are started and people get help. And there's nothing better than that. Again, we have fun running and raising money, but real change is happening through the work of Team Herren Project. And not by me, but by those that run with us, for us, and either have, will, or are. They're the ones doing the work. I know you probably need me to shut up, but I also just have to mention real quick, right after New York, we have the Spartan Race, which is an obstacle course, a little less than a 5K, and it's held at Fenway. So if you don't like to run, but you're willing to have some fun with us and jump over some things, and we help each other and push each other over walls, and no man left behind, no man or woman left behind. But that's November 14th, and that race is also still open on our website. And again, it's held in Fenway Park. So it is just the coolest way to experience Fenway Park, other than going to a Red Sox game. I know. Anyway, so much more coming up next year. We have all the races again next year. We also have Berlin, which was deferred to us till next year again. We have the Dublin, Ireland Marathon also for the first time is in 2022. So what a better way to travel than come with us. We have times that I've just never experienced before in my life, and I'm kind of an old lady, so I'm really, really happy and grateful to do this work with people like you and the teammates we have.
Well, I love seeing what all of you are doing, because there's so much good going on, and I love to watch it. And you want to know what? You'll be proud of me. I did my first 5K a couple weekends ago. So
I saw you.
I know. Me and Trisha.
I know. Trisha's running the downtown 5K with us too, Izzy. Trisha is running that. You might need to stop by and join us. I think Bonnie Sawyer, if Bonnie's out there, she has committed. I didn't see her sign up yet, but Bonnie Sawyer, you sign up for that 5K, please.
Bonnie, if you're watching this, you just got called out by the director of active engagement.
Active engagement.
Yes. Active engagement, and you have the youth engagement. So we're calling you out.
That's right. On both sides. Yeah. We practice what we preach in here.
Yeah. I might have to sign up for the Spartan. I feel like I would be a whole vibe in that one. Because I feel like maybe I could do a 5K, not full on running, but I could definitely do an obstacle. I would be popping over things and be like, let's go.
It is. Izzy, you would love it because you get to go in the dugout, you go in the locker rooms, you do some push-ups, some, and if you can't do something, you do some burpees and you move on. So there's no shame. No shame.
No shame. Was never, you do something, but no shame.
No shame. I've never done all of the obstacles, and I probably never will. I never say never.
That's
but
totally okay. Never say never, but
yes.
You never know. Sometimes things might. You're like, I can do that this year.
The way we do it is a team sport. Seriously, we kind of are like, we go in packs and we help each other over walls and stuff like that, and it's really neat.
I love that.
Fortunately, they donate 2 VIP suites to us as well. We've done the Spartan for 8 or 9 years now, and they donate 2 VIP suites. So we get to meet before and after the race, and whoever has, time in their schedule to do that. So it's really special. I mean, it was the first time I ever visited Fenway was for the Spartan. So I have to admit it was like a little down. It was a little let down when I went to a Red Sox game.
Actually, my first time visiting Fenway was for the Recovery Fest. That was my first time. And I got to see Macklemore, and I got to that was, I think, the first major thing in my journey regarding substance use prevention, where that really, I was like, we need to talk more about this. I ended up doing my senior project on breaking the stigma around addiction. So
yes,
it all connects.
So
it all comes together.
Izzy. Thank you for that, and thank you for choosing that. Joseph just says just some burpees, LOL. He caught me because I just kind of I just said that.
You just do some burpees. I don't know if I can do burpees.
No, but I'm so glad you brought up breaking the stigma, Izzy, because that is what we're doing as well, almost by accident sometimes. Because I know when I first started, when I first got into recovery and was a runner and got my running back, this was 15 years ago, but nobody was raising money, especially through sport, for people to help people with addiction, with the disease of addiction, and or their families, or even prevention. It wasn't one of those charities that you did that for. Mm-hmm. It is now.
And we're making it. We're normalizing that.
We are. I have a shirt that says normalized sobriety. That's exactly what we're doing.
I love that. We all need to have that shirt.
Yes.
That's great
Thanks,
stuff. Well, thank you so much for all that you're doing, for all that the Team Herren Project community is doing. For everyone at Team Herren Project, we love you. And we love the work you're doing, and we love to see it all. And we appreciate your support. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Pam. We seriously appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye. All right, that was an amazing first guest and a wonderful conversation regarding some of the races that are coming up. So if you're nearby, I'm going to tell you right now, you have some opportunities, and I think you should take up on them. By word of the youth engagement specialist, who's only doing one of the 5 races that Pam just mentioned. But that's okay. Progress, not perfection. Next, I'm going to bring on Allison, who is a Herren Project ambassador. So we're going to keep that conversation going because that's all fun and dandy. So, hi, Allison.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. So excited to be here tonight.
And we're so excited to have you. Thank you for joining us. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us where you're coming in from, all that good stuff?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm Allison Terlacher. I am calling in from Ohio today. Yeah. Stowe, Ohio, close to Cleveland. And I love being a part of Herren Project.
I love that. That sounds like a great fun fact, and I support that. Right. Thank you so much again for being here. And I know, do you have any storms nearby? I know you said earlier you were checking and there's nothing on the radar, but are we still in the clear?
We're still in the clear.
That is good.
It's been a day. I've been watching the radar all day. I work at a park, and we've been having our summer camp. So having the kids outside on a hike and a storm rolls in is not great. So
it's not great. Imagine having to hike 3 miles back and you're like, come on, guys, we got to go. So that is an interesting one, but that sounds like great stuff. Mm-hmm. So again, thanks for calling in and joining us tonight. Do you want to tell us maybe a little bit about how you got involved with Herren Project?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been running now for probably about 10 years. And in 2017, I was sitting on my couch after a long run training for the Cleveland Half Marathon. And I was thinking about how I was watching some coverage of the London Marathon, and I saw that there were all these charities that people could run for. And I was thinking about how running was I was just running for me. It was my time to have just for myself. And I wondered if there was something I could do with that to give back. So I did a Google search and came across Herren Project. I wish I remembered what the search term was, because I'm sure it was probably nothing like super specific, and it just popped up. And as soon as I saw it, it's like, no, this is for me. So I joined the Run Your Own Race portion and signed up to run my Cleveland Half Marathon for Herren Project and did some fundraising for it. So Pam reached out immediately, and I joined the Facebook group and have been hooked ever since. Been with everyone.
Oh, I love that. That's such a simple story. You're like, I wanted to do something with the running that I was doing. And the Herren Project came along, and I was like, boom, let's get it.
Yeah. And the cause was just so dear to my heart. Having a loved one going through recovery for a very long time. It was just so nice to know that I wasn't alone and I could do something to make a difference, because it wasn't my fight to fight, but it was something that I could do that wasn't just me sitting there going, I wish I could do something to make things better.
But it is a fight that you can support. And that's what you're doing by doing these marathons. You know, we can't fight everyone's fight, but we can support fight. We can support fight, but we can support the fight to prevent and to help those recover from addiction. So
Absolutely.
I think even running is valuable in and of itself, but to run and then put effort towards fundraising and being a part of marathons and training for those marathons is in and of itself a feat of strength. So and you're doing it for a cause that needs a lot of conversation around lately, and we need to break the stigma, and we need to talk about it, and we need to start being able to provide the resources and reach out to individuals, and provide them the support that they need. So I think it's a beautiful way. Pam had said you are force for good in the fight.
Aw, that's so sweet.
So we love Pam. So are you running the next couple of marathons that are coming up, or are you running any of them?
I'm doing another Run Your Own Race, and I am running the Detroit Marathon in October.
Nice.
I ran New York City in 2019. I keep saying last year, but
I think we all want to skip last year.
I ran with Team Herren Project then, and it was amazing. And I have some plans to do some more Team Herren Project runs with everybody in the future. But right now, I already had Detroit on the books and got deferred from 2020. So I figured might as well run with everybody.
Oh, I love that. Well, great. That's awesome. So what has, I guess, maybe you said you've been doing this for 10 years, and there was at one point you were like, I want to put it towards a good cause. What has been, I guess, maybe since starting to run with Herren Project, what's been one of your favorite memories or races that you've been a part of, or something of that sorts?
Oh my goodness. The New York City Marathon was absolutely incredible. Running with the team was one of the best things in my entire life. That was an amazing moment. I also did an adventure race with Herren Project, and I ran in Ireland with a small team, and that was another amazing adventure. And just the conversations that you have, the connection. I have never met a group of more genuine people in my entire life. Everyone is working towards the same goal, and it's just so supportive of absolutely everyone else. We are truly not just a team, but a family.
Yeah, I love that. That's great. Absolutely love that. What's one race that you dream of running one day?
The Boston Marathon would be amazing to run. Definitely a big goal.
Yeah, because that's like, what, 26 miles?
Yeah, all marathons are the 26.2.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. I bless anyone who runs that.
Yeah.
If you're old tonight and you run marathons and you're doing like 26 miles, I commend you for such strength and for such endurance and working towards something that's like so big like that. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of the word can't, but genuinely I don't think I could run a 26.2. So I commend you and everyone else who runs marathons for running 26 miles.
It definitely helps if you have a cause.
Yes, I think
you're like, oh, well, I can't give up on this because I'm doing this for this reason. So.
Yeah, I think when I was talking to Rebecca, one of our employees from Herren Project, she's absolutely amazing. Love that woman to death. She was like, sometimes like, running at some point, like it becomes hard. Like your body's like really trying to work itself and you're trying to keep yourself to pushing to keep going, but you're doing it for a cause at the end of the day. You're being fueled to run those 26.2 miles or even those 7 miles for something. You get tired halfway through, you're really trying to do water breaks and you're trying to do your best to pull through. But at the end of the day, it's being fueled by something, and that's by a passion or for a cause. And like you said, I can't give up. I'm running this for this. I'm doing this because I want to continue to raise awareness about the power of recovery and, a variety of other things. So if you don't mind if I ask, is the person that was close to you, are they still in recovery today?
They are. They
good for them. I love that. That is fantastic. Good for them.
I'm very proud of them.
I am too. I don't know them, but I'm proud of them. And that's all that matters. And always tell them that they have a huge community of people behind them that they may not know exist, but exist, and that is proud of them. So that's amazing. But yeah, what has been, I guess, maybe one of your favorite moments aside for being a Herren Project ambassador?
Oh my goodness. It is so hard to pick just one favorite moment because every part of being a Herren Project ambassador is just amazing. The group of people that the team Herren Project, everything that Herren Project stands for. I think some of the conversations that I get to have with people when you're running and when you're training for a marathon, you're not usually quiet about it. So it's really fun to get to talk about exactly why I'm running with everybody that I'm telling that I'm running a marathon.
I love that. I have one more final question.
Sure.
If someone who was watching us tonight was considering, joining the Team Herren Project community and was thinking about running but was a little unsure, what would be your elevator pitch to them to join?
Oh my goodness. Team Herren Project is a group of absolutely amazing people who will encourage you, support you, and will give you all sorts of goals and all sorts of things to work for. Every single person is going to encourage you. Every single person is going to try to help you reach your goal. So even if you've never run a single step and you're thinking one of those races sounds great, there's going to be people there to help you and guide you along the entire way. And you're never going to be alone.
That's an amazing elevator pitch. And if I was someone who was thinking about joining the marathon with Herren Project, I think I would be sold. So thank you so much for sharing that. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us?
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure. I just want to thank absolutely everybody for being a part of this incredible community and making it what it is, and for being a part of the fight for recovery, because that's so important and it's something that is very much needed.
Yeah, I like Pam said in this comment right here, I completely second that. And, while I don't run, I did run again, like I said, my first 5K a couple weeks ago. So
awesome.
Yes, right. I'm like, imagine being 19 and I'm like, wow, I'm coming in at 45 minutes, and I almost forgot to run over the finish line, but
incredible.
I still did it. And I survived, and I was not too sore after the following days. So for doing it on the fly and, being like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm in, probably the worst pants, the worst t-shirt, pretty decent shoes, my hair's down, and I have a hat on and earrings on. We're gonna wing it, and sometimes the best moments are the ones that are not planned, everyone. So I think tonight was a predominant running night. But again, there's other ways that you can participate and volunteer to raise and educate about the positivity of and the power of recovery and break the stigma around addiction. There's so many different ways that you and your students and family members can get involved to help in this fight to prevent substance use disorder and help individuals recover. So yeah, thank you so much, Allison. Thank you for contributing and continue to help us in the fight towards preventing substance use disorder and helping people recover. What you're doing by running for these marathons and raising money and just being an active member of such an amazing community that supports recovery and positivity in the full nine is absolutely amazing. And we appreciate all that you've done and that your commitment and dedication to Herren Project.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me.
For giving me a place that I can do what I do.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much again. We seriously appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
So we had a fantastic night, everyone. If you have liked this so far, put it in the comments, be like, yeah, why? Because I think if we all start flooding the comments with yay, we have some positivity going on. So thank you so much for watching. We had, again, an amazing episode tonight. Thank you for Pam and Allison for joining us. And like we said, if you want to continue to, whether it's joining Team Herren Project, or thank you, Joseph, or whether it's being a part of Team Herren Project or getting your students involved or doing anything that contributes to the conversation around breaking the stigma around addiction and helping individuals recover, it's all welcomed, it's all powerful, it's all amazing, and it's all work, and it's teamwork, and we need you. So thank you so much again for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye.